When you think about Nickelodeon shows, you probably think about shows like SpongeBob, or if you're born in the early 2000s, maybe you might have heard of shows like My Life as a Teenage Robot. But there was one show that ended too soon and had the quality was amazing. The storyline was on point and in my opinion was one of the best TV shows at that time, but yet it only lasted for 3 seasons. Usually the show is not really being heard of today. That's for one simple reason. The show got cancelled too soon. And it could have had a huge potential if it could have lasted at least for 2 seasons more. If it had a season 4, it's a very good chance that the show would have probably been one of the best shows on Nickelodeon that time. But according to the show's writer, Butch Hartman, he said the show was extremely expensive to run on each single episode. Even the show's creator acknowledged that it was extremely expensive to run. But we're not going to look into that. Why did Nickelodeon cancel the show? Why did the show couldn't hold on to its potential? Why couldn't it run for longer, like shows like SpongeBob that lasted for nearly 20 seasons as I'm making this video? Why did it only last for 3 seasons? And could it have run more longer? We're going to answer all those questions in this video. Stay tuned. Now, I know I've not identified the real name of the show, but the show we're going to cover today is none other than Danny Phantom. If you don't know what Danny Phantom is, Danny Phantom is an American animated series that follows the life of a 14-year-old named Danny Phantom. He and his friends Sam Manson and Tucker go on adventures to capture ghosts all around their city. The friend Sam Manson is mostly responsible for giving Danny Phantom his ghost powers. He uses those ghost powers to capture ghosts. This show was created by the executive producer of Butch Hartman and the assistant producer of Steve Marmel. Those two were the major producers of the show Danny Phantom. But surprisingly, the Danny Phantom series TV show only lasted for a whopping 53 episodes. 53 episodes for a course of April. The show premiered on April 3rd, 2007. It ended on August 24th. April 3rd, 2004 and ended on August 24th, 2007. For me, I think the show could have lasted for a little longer. Other shows like, let me say, Kim Possible lasted for 4 seasons. From 2008 to 2007, estimated 5 years they lasted. Danny Phantom only lasted for 3 years, one of the shortest running shows Nickelodeon has ever made. And if you compare the quality and SpongeBob, the result is overwhelming. Just watch this clip of Danny Phantom and SpongeBob.
Why? Parents don't listen. Even worse, they don't understand. Why can't they accept me for who I am?
Sam, I'm talking about my powers, my problems.
Oh, right.
Me too.
I didn't
It's been a
realize
month
it was
since the
happy
accident, and I
hopping
still barely have
moron
any
day.
control.
Now, as you can see, the quality of Danny Phantom is actually, in my opinion, more better than that of SpongeBob. How the show's creator Butch Hartman animated the characters incredibly clean, and if they turn their heads, it still doesn't have any error. SpongeBob's classic error had bugs and errors, but Danny Phantom, being a show made in the early days 2000s, is quite impressive. And yet, show only lasted for 2 years, or approximately 2 years, 3 years. That's quite surprising to many. Now after this, I will show the screen. You'll be seeing Danny Phantom, but you won't hear the noise. I'll be talking while there's a Danny Phantom screen right in the board here. So let me put it. The show just got cancelled prematurely. Nickelodeon was definitely on its wrong footing here. To emphasize on that point as well,
You guys not asking for directions.
Now I miss my 405 feeding. If I don't make it, tell my PDA I love her. The cell phone meant nothing to me.
now Danny Phantom was created by a guy named Butch Hartman. He actually created a show named The Fairly Odd Parents before Danny Phantom in 2001. But the Nickelodeon executives and the president of Nickelodeon told Danny Phantom in their interview to make another show. Butch Hartman replied, yes, he does have an idea in his mind. He was thinking of a show called Danny Phantom, a boy named Danny that has ghost powers and fights ghosts in his city. And his parents don't know that their son is a ghost fighter, and his best friends know that he is a ghost fighter. Nickelodeon basically agreed and saying in the next month the show will be ready for production. That would be a very great opportunity for the show's creator, Butch Hartman. He showed a very optimistic hope to the show, thinking that the show will be way longer and be tied with major shows at the time, maybe like examples like SpongeBob. And eventually, on April 3rd, 2004, the first episode of Danny Phantom was premiered. This clip that I'm showing of him, this is actually the first episode of him. The first episode of Danny Phantom, titled Mystery Meat, aired on 2004. It was seen that the Danny Phantom would be one of the huge superstars of the Nickelodeon channel. It would be a huge TV show like SpongeBob or other shows, maybe like Avatar. I will emphasize on Avatar later in the video. They also sell merchandise like toys. Remember Danny Phantom toys? Back in the day when those were still relevant. The show had its second season in June of 2005, and it looks like the Danny Phantom show was on its good footing. Well, it wasn't until 2006 before the Danny Phantom downfall began to fall. The president of Nickelodeon was changed by a guy named, not sure if I can even be able to pronounce the name correctly, Sima Zargarmi. She was the president of the Nickelodeon from 2006 onwards. Basically, she didn't like Danny Phantom and all those old shows that were on the. It didn't last longer. Was its cancellation at that particular time inevitable? Oh, due to its humor. It's in me, but the show has a lot of kisses. Why does it have a lot of kisses? I don't know, but I just feel strange about that thing. For me, if I would rate the show, anyway, I didn't want to play the entire clip to avoid copyright reasons. YouTube used to copyright my channel a lot. I don't want this video to be copyrighted as well. And also Nickelodeon also owns all this content and exhibiting, so to avoid any copyright. But anyway, you know the theme song. If you want the theme song, go to the Nickelodeon channel or go to the Nickelodeon search bar, search Danny Phantom theme song. You will see the complete Phantom theme song and watch it there. Anyway, in my opinion, Danny Phantom needed a single more season, and I actually like the show. I hope you enjoyed watching. Bye. Subscribe and like the video.